morning. My name is Shana and I'm happy to welcome you to Rosslyn Hill Chapel online. Please do keep your microphones on mute so as to not inadvertently disrupt the service with background noise or maybe singing later. The service is being recorded, but any sharing will be cut out before the video is published online. We like to see everyone's faces, but understand that you may prefer to have your camera off. Please do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable during our gathering. After the service, we'll have time for tea and conversation, so please do stay for that if you can. Wherever you're joining us from this morning, live here on Zoom or watching later on YouTube, you are welcome. And however you are joining us this morning, whether from bed or in your PJs, you are welcome. We begin each gathering by lighting our chalice flame, the symbol of our liberal faith. In this virtual sacred space, let us be still in the quiet. In this sacred space that we create together, let our hearts be open. And may the glow of this light shine from here to wherever you are right now. We continue with our virtual collection plate, and we welcome any contributions via our website or Just Giving page, which I will share with you now. Thank you for your generous contributions and the many ways that you may be supporting our chapel community. I'm very pleased now to welcome chapel board member Michael Macy, who also serves as our treasurer, to lead the service today.
Shana, thanks very much. I would like now to invite you all to light candles, if you have them, for all those whom you keep in your hearts, wishing them health, life, light, and love. And now the prayer for all. Spirit of life and love, God of our hearts, as we seek connection with someone, something beyond ourselves, we remain humbled by the awesome complexity of the universe. The miracle of creation and the grace of the ultimate Spirit. In this time of prayer, let us give thanks for our community and our many gifts, naming our blessings quietly to ourselves in these moments of stillness. Recognizing our woes and faults, let us sit quietly with those parts of ourselves which cause us discomfort, with the spirit of gentle understanding and forgiveness. Spirit of the divine self, we open up our hearts to listen to the wisdom of the still, small voice that may speak in these quiet moments. God of our hearts, let this small act of worship send a ripple of loving kindness from this place to our loved ones, our acquaintances, and the entire world. O God, may we become the embodiment of divine love. Blessed be. Amen. Now I'd like to have you join me in a meditation of the heart. So just sit or lie down or in whatever position makes you most comfortable. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open. So we'll start. The joy of my soul moves my heart to dance. Now, heart, hear or feel the pulse of your heart. If you have difficulty, place your fingertips lightly on your carotid artery, wrist, or other place in the body where you can move easily and feel your pulse. Now, with each beat of your heart, silently think the word love. And we'll go for a couple minutes. Now, still paying attention to the beat of your heart. With each beat of your heart, silently think the word joy. Now think the word beauty. Now be aware of your pulse and your breath simultaneously, just for a minute. Okay. Many meditations start by attuning us to the rhythm of the pulse. It's quite common for the mind to move at a rhythm that is much faster than the pulse. Placing our attention to the heartbeat has the effect of slowing our minds and making us aware that we have an inner palatal clock that we can train ourselves to glance at from time to time. By aligning a feeling with our heartbeat, we begin to learn that we can create and direct what we experience. And now we can focus on our breath and pulse as we listen to the music. it's really, really very difficult to do nothing. To not to be doing something. Not to be worrying or hoping or planning or expecting, or even just thinking about whether or not you left the oven on, or what you need to do to meet a deadline, or what to make for dinner. And why would we want to do nothing? Isn't it a waste of time? And isn't time money? Wouldn't we be losing opportunity? Isn't it always better to do something than nothing? How can we make a difference if we aren't doing something? Isn't it just foolish to be doing nothing? In any case, it seems particularly difficult to do nothing these days, even though we're locked down or sheltering at home. We're also working from home or homeschooling or Zooming or trying to stay up with the latest health guidance. We're constantly being offered things to watch. BBC iPlayer, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, or things to listen to. Spotify, iTunes, podcasts, TED Talks. And these things are important, and they can be uplifting or enriching or informative. Certainly not a waste of time. So why do nothing? Because doing nothing prepares us to do things. Doing nothing creates the space for inspiration, the precursor for creation. It breaks the steady stream of thought that continually runs through our minds, opening up the possibility of learning those things that are of the heart and not the head. Not information or analysis, but intuitive. It's one of the great contradictions. Silence is the most potent of languages. As noted in the essay, The Hard Work of Being Lazy, the point of doing nothing is to clean up our inner lives. There's so much that happens to us every day, so many excitements, regrets, suggestions, and emotions that we should, if we're living consciously, spend about an hour a day processing events. Most of us manage at best a few minutes, and thereby let the marrow of life escape us. We do so not because we're forgetful or bad, but because our societies protect us from our responsibilities to ourselves through their cult of activity. We're granted every excuse not to undertake the truly difficult labor of leading more conscious, more searching, and more intensely felt lives. And doing nothing is essential for the care of the soul, experiencing the soul, for the nourishment of the soul. Now, I accept that the use of the soul raises all kinds of questions, probably even challenges. What does soul mean? How does anyone know that there even is a soul? I guess my only answer is to invite you to search for the soul. Belief in the soul may be a motivator, but it's hardly evidence. And unlike any other search, the most effective way to experience the soul may be to do nothing. Really do nothing. Empty the mind. Be still. For as one teacher noted, that which is called the soul is experienced between the thoughts. Being still provides the space for feeling depths of ourselves, usually covered over by layers of sound, motion, and thought. Being silent prevents us from trying to describe what we are experiencing, which will be beyond words. As Ralph Waldo Emerson noted, the sense of being, which in calm hours arises, we know not how, in the soul, is not diverse from things, from space, from light, from time, from people, but one with them and proceeds obviously from the same source. Here is the fountain of action and thought. We lie in the lap of immense intelligence. And doing nothing is foolish in the way that all things dealing with unseen yet sensed are also seemingly foolish. As Ken Fight, one of the great fools of the last century, noted about silence, we are people alienated from ourselves, our hands, faces, and bodies. By listening to ourselves, we awake the world of sound and movement. This step of self-discovery and self-expression is intermediate to a still greater step. The moment of self-transcendence, when we find sound and movement unnecessary. And he noted foolishly that when one is quiet, after a while you begin to discern different levels of silence. Soon you will hear the sounds of people changing plans, dandruff falling, leaves changing color, and rainbows spanning the skies. Try to listen to the sound of clouds bumping, or a car clearing its throat, or grass growing. Watch dragon clouds become fish, or dancers, or leaves, or horses, or something never before, or never again. As Winnie the Pooh noted, don't underestimate the value of doing nothing, of just going along, listening to all the things you can't hear and not bothering. So difficult as it is, I would encourage you to do nothing. At least rest easy and become aware of everything, including those things unimagined, whose existence is not dependent on our recognition. Those things we call magical, or mystical, or foolish, yet are the essence of who we are. And now please join us in the hymn, The Dream of a Widening Love. May blessings rest upon you. May peace abide in you. May your hearts be illuminated now and forevermore. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May you walk in peace. May peace surround you and those you love. Go in peace. Blessings to you. Thanks very much. Hopefully we'll meet in a few minutes at the virtual side aisle. Take care. Bye.